Hi, this is Joelle, and I am the Viberarian. I'm here to elevate, enlighten, and empower, and this is the journey that I'm undertaking for myself. I come on here to share and hopes that you will see something that resonates with you for your journey as well. I think we're all part of the Good Vibe tribe, and I thank you for joining me for these shares. So today I wanted to share a reading that I did for myself earlier today. I was using the Sacred Destiny Oracle cards, and it was really beautiful, and some additional messages started to tie themselves in, so I wanted to pause and kind of then share what came through. So I will be using some additional decks for the reading. Now, part of what I'm dealing with right now is the energy from a trip that I put together called A Journey into the Higher Heart. I was called to go to Mount Shasta and to create then a travel experience around activating the higher heart and love frequency to a new degree. So I just came back from that with a group of beautiful women, and you'll have seen previous videos on my channel about that. But one of the things that is so beautiful about the experiences, we got to have both the mountains and the forest. We went to the old growth redwoods on the coast of California, and it was just amazing to be able to be in the presence of the elder tree spirits. So before I go into the card reading, I am going to see about inserting some pictures here from the travel experience so you can kind of get a sense of that. And the reason that this is going to, tie in is clearly Spirit is still working with this tree energy, because the first card that I drew today is about opportunity. And of course, there are these beautiful pine trees in this image and starry skies. And one of the things at Mount Shasta is that the skies were so incredibly starry because there was not a lot of light pollution. So you got to see everything super bright. And I got to see a shooting star during the Perseid meteor shower that was happening while we were there. So I'm going to go ahead and share those pictures with you, and then I'm going to switch over so that you'll be able to see the card view and the focus, and sharing again this guidance that I received today through the Sacred Destiny Oracle. And I'll also be touching base with the Oracle of the Hidden Worlds and the Gilded Reverie Lenormand. All right, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back for the card reading to share with you. I'm just can't even explain how moving it was to be in the presence of such beautiful energy in the forest and at Mount Shasta. So again, there's a lot of tie-in in this reading. So this first card that came up today, and this is from the Sacred Destiny Oracle by Denise Linn. I've spoken about this in a previous video, and everyone who participated in the journey to Mount Shasta this time received this Sacred Destiny Oracle as part of their care kit. Okay, so here we have this beautiful moonlight, and it just looked like the view from the place that we stayed. And as you can imagine, like looking through the trees to the clear skies. And so I love this opportunity. So I knew that the guidance was going to be interesting. So it says, moon through pine trees. An occasional owl hoot and the song of a solo coyote punctuate the stillness in the forest as a traveler walks through the pines. Light from the waning moon filters down through the canopy of needles and cascades across the forest floor. Sometimes the trees obscure the moon, but sometimes its illumination clearly shows the path ahead. Pines are one of the most ancient plant genera on the planet. They have existed nearly 3 times longer than all flowering plant species. Because most pines stay green all winter, they traditionally represent longevity, immortality, fertility, health, and abundance. The moon and her gossamer glow represents the feminine and receptive side of life. Just as the moon receives and reflects the light of the sun, symbolically the moon represents receiving the goodness of the universe flowing to you. The sacred landscape wants you to know gifts from the universe are ready to cascade into your life. Abundance, health, longevity, vitality, and joy are flowing to you gently and easily in the days ahead. There may be times when the goodness of life feels like it is ebbing and flowing rather than being a steady stream of fulfillment. This is similar to the moon peeking through the pine trees for a moment or two. But as you stay open and receptive, physical and emotional gifts will come into your life. Instead of bemoaning the fact that there isn't a steady and constant stream of joy and gifts from the universe, accept whatever you receive in a spirit of gratitude, and your bounty will increase tenfold. This is a universal law. Isn't that beautiful? That's why I had to share this. I mean, that is just such a optimistic and encouraging energy, and just, it affirms so much. So the next card that was in the reading is this card of community. And as you can see, here are more trees with rainbows coming through the forest, and a butterfly. Now, we just had the tornado with butterflies on it in a previous reading. Just in the last few days, butterflies are certainly a synchronicity right now. The rainbow is always a synchronicity. Like, that never seems to leave the symbolism. It's just like near daily. So here, this is so much, again, like some of the pictures we saw earlier that shows the sunlight going through the trees. So I just love that. Now, what's interesting is that when we first went to the journey, I wanted to see what guidance would be coming through this Oracle of the Hidden Worlds, because Mount Shasta is a portal. There are vortices there for, entering other dimensions. And of course, there's a lot of planetary travel, interstellar travel that happens through there. So I wanted to see what would be shown from here in relationship to what we were getting ready to experience as we were there. So the card that came out is this card, The Gathering, which was about community. And as you can see here, all these structures, steps leading up to, this structure where there are light beings gathered and like almost a shooting star or a comet energy. So this was card number 33. And again, this was at the outset of our journey. And so here to see community again so soon after returning, I couldn't help but think of this particular card. So I am going to share this guidance after I read from the Sacred Destiny Oracle version of it with Denise Linn's guidance. I love this. Ancient forests. Okay, that's why I thought, well, Spirit just makes it real clear that everything is connected. So here, ancient forest, we went to the Avenue of Giants, one of the most ancient forests in the world. All right. Ancient forest, the towering ancient trees in a forest look distinct from one another. Yet beneath the surface of the earth, their roots are intertwined. The roots act like a kind of communication system throughout the community of trees. Instantaneous messages travel through this underground system. Nutrients can travel on this network. Trees at one side of the forest can supply the nourishment required on the other side of the forest. Danger at one end of the network is communicated to the far end of the intertwined roots. The sacred landscape wants you to know support is all around you, even if you are not consciously aware of it. Allow yourself to be supported. Give encouragement to others. The more you allow yourself to be supported, the more your dreams can come true. If you believe that you have to do it all alone, you will. Your true family is not just blood relationships. Sometimes the strongest family ties are friends who know who you are. Sometimes they are your ancestors and soul family who reside in spirit. This card speaks of finding your community and your people. It is a card of remembering that your people are at your side, believing in you, loving you, and standing strong beside you. Call on your community and ask for their assistance. They are only a thought away. This is so beautiful because we have, for a lot of folks who wake up and move into the ascension pathway, it can bring a lot of storm into your life where things are reconstituted. And we kind of had that imagery in the previous message with this tornado, a rainbow tornado and butterflies. But the beautiful promise is that once that's over, for every relationship that does not make it through that transition to a higher vibration with you, there will be new high frequency connections that resonate where you are. Your good vibe tribe will be along very shortly in order to show you that you are not alone and that you have for you others who are also in the same wave of energy that are there and are connected for a reason. So this is so beautiful. Now the community card that was in the Oracle of the Hidden Worlds by Lucy Cavendish. Let's see what message wants to kind of come. I don't remember specifically everything, but of course we get the gist with the community and the gathering of tribe and like-minded people. So this is the gathering, community, kinship, and companionship. And it says, when you gather, we of the hidden world see all about you, the connections you are weaving, the community and kinship, the relationships you create are not only woven from hand to hand, from heart to heart. You do not only stand together in a circle and reflect the shape of Gaia, the shape of stars, the shape of a temples of stones, the nest of birds, the egg, the beginning, the zero. You gather together and weave into relationship the universe. The conscious intelligence that is the universe is supported by the relationships that are awakened and healing, that have at their heart a desire to commune with each other in ways that create a fertile place for healing and understanding, and fed by your highest self. There may be times when you gather in sacred ways, times when your footsteps trace those of your ancestors, when you wear the garments woven of stories. There, yes, it is sacred. But the spirit of this is held in your every action, word, movement, and it is there that the true work is done, bright soul. Reach out this day and take a hand, lend a hand, be in relationship. For then, while it may be unseen, you awaken all the temples and the beings of light rejoice. The illumination is that today I will create community, weave relationship, I will connect. All right, this is on page 101 in the guidebook, and this in this guidebook was on page 11. So we have two beautiful resonant cards with similar energy frequency of co-creation. The one and one, creating with divine, creating with love, creating with those who are like us, and through our highest good can happen for all beings. So this is from the Hidden Worlds. And then the next card that came out in this particular Sacred Destiny reading is the leadership card. Now, the leadership card, this has come out in the very first reading that I did in the cards with this. This also came out. So here we have the polar bear energy and leadership. And what is interesting is that yesterday I was doing a client reading, and I was using the Gilded, Reverie, Lenormand. I'm just now learning Lenormand. I don't necessarily know the system, but the images on the card do still bring in guidance from spirit for me. But this particular deck I love. I'm just getting to know it. I love the creator. He crafts many beautiful decks. But this gift was given to me by the owner of Coastal Zen, Mary Kay. She's a beautiful soul down in Gulf Shores, Alabama. And so thank you for that. But so here we had this same card, this same image. Of course, it struck me because I had just seen it, and now here it is out again today. So that's three polar bears in like the space of 48 hours. So maybe 72 hours at the top. So I do want to share what the guidebook says here, and if any of you are readers of Lenormand, or however it's properly pronounced, please do comment below what you understand the bear meaning to be. But here we have this leadership, and I almost see like the great spirit of the cosmos, right, over the bear, the constellation even reflecting the ancestors, kind of like in our cultural tradition of Africa, even where the ancestors up in the clouds, indigenous practices, so to speak. So the leadership card, we'll go ahead with that again, even though we covered it recently, and it is about the North Star. In Western culture, we wish upon a star because the stars represent all that is illuminating and enchanting. They symbolize aspiration, illumination, inspiration, imagination, and wonder. Native people used the stars to find their way in the night. The North Star was often used as a kind of compass to make sure one was going in the right direction. The North Star symbolizes direction and guidance. It is a guiding light for those who can't find their way. It's one of the brightest stars in its constellation. The sacred landscape wants you to know, just as the North Star is a beacon for travelers in the dark of the night, you are a beacon for others. It's time to step into the light and take your leadership role. You are a teacher steward, guardian, and healer, a true leader. Own these gifts. Come into the light. Don't hold back. Let the world see your light. The greatest leaders are those who know how to serve and act as stepping stones for others to reach their dreams. If you have been hiding in the background, it's time to break out and become the light for others. Through this, your inner star shines brighter. Okay, so, I'm thinking about the North Star. Even in, African American history of this country, you followed the North Star to get to freedom during the times of slavery. So there is that following that higher guidance to be liberated from not just the matrix, but like all the things that would enslave and entrap you into not necessarily being in your fullest freedom and expression. So this is very beautiful, and we are the ones who are leading into the new world where love is going to be the ruling principle. So when we step forward into that, then those who are like vibration come forward as well. So we stand together and illuminate for the new earth is coming. And the last card here, I just love this. Now, this is like the double rainbow. And I don't know if you remember the double rainbow guy. I'll put a link to his video below. It was awesome. One of the early internet memes. And this man just was living on the mountain. And he just came out of his house and saw this beautiful double rainbow. And it made him so emotional and happy inside that he was just crying. And I remember being touched and moved to tears myself the first time I saw it. And every time I would see it after that, I would just, get the same reaction as the first time, because I always want to be like the beauty around me as the very first time that I saw it. I want to experience the joy and the magic of each moment. And that is what, when you see the world around you as a constant miracle, that is the double rainbow. So I love that this card was on the bottom. Now I am going to come back to this polar bear here, 15 from the Lenormand, because I did forget to pull that in. So this is what's interesting. It says here that I am your power and strength, health and protection. Your finance is my field. Your food is my concern. My bad side comes out when you see negative cards around. Well, we don't have any negative cards around. Okay, so it says here that the polar bear is a fitting symbol of the indomitable dignity signified by this card, whether it is read as an authority figure, a protective mother, or purely as strength. The polar bear is the most powerful of all the species. Furthermore, its colors is symbolic of the pure spirit it embodies. All right, so here we have this beautiful pure spirit embodied in the bear, following the true guidance of the North Star and the higher compass. And they're both kind of moving in the same direction. So I love that. All right. So then we have here miracles and the rainbow. All right. And so the message of this is double rainbow. After the storm, the rainbow appears. No matter where we are, the instant a rainbow splashes across the sky, we usually stop and stand in awe. Some say that rainbows are messages from the Creator. Others say that they are a part of the electromagnetic spectrum phenomenon. But no matter the explanation for their existence, rainbows have struck awe in the hearts and souls of many through time. Many traditions believe that rainbows are blessings from the Creator. A double rainbow is double the blessings. The sacred landscape wants you to know the storms of the past are passing and your dreams are coming true. No matter what has happened in the past, your future holds abounding miracles. Good fortune, celestial beauty, and inner divinity are expanding within you. Believe that your life is guided. Trust in the goodness of the universe. A celestial bridge to the heavens is opening for you. Start a health program and good fortune will manifest. Blessings are flowing in all directions. Believe that you deserve the best because you do. Beauty, joy, blessings, and miracles are flowing your way. Okay. Oh my gosh. I have to go back into my deck here from yesterday's reading because those two things, when it said beauty and good fortune and the bridge flowing your way. Okay. I think I found it here. What does it say again? It said that the storms of the past, which we had the storm in another deck, and your dreams are coming true. Good fortune. So this card also came up, which was the 4-leaf clover and the 3-leaf clover, signifying good fortune. And then celestial beauty and inner divinity are expanding within you. A celestial bridge to the heavens is opening for you. Okay, this was also in the reading yesterday with the client. All right, a celestial bridge to the heavens is opening for you. Start a health program and invest in your career or initiate a relationship, and good fortune will manifest because believe that you deserve the best because you do. Bounty, joy, blessings, and miracles are headed your way. Wow, so it doesn't get any better than that. We got a double rainbow. I mean, this is just beautiful. So I had to share, and of course, thank you for tuning in. I am going to be doing a reading right behind this that is going to be related to the trees, more tree energy. This just kind of popped in today, and so it took its place in the queue. So I'll be back again shortly for another moment of Oracle guidance here on the Viberary on YouTube. Remember that the light in me always honors, sees, and loves the light in you. Namaste.